In 10 years' time, can you do this well with this tactic? Let's check it out. This one is called the Transitio or Transitio INVICABLE. I don't know if that's French or Spanish, but basically the tester or the creator of this used Wrexham, it looks like, but it was the year 2034, and they had almost, from the image that I see, an invincible season, kicking the crap out of Everton 11-0. But all greens, very few shots against or very few goals against. They got the quintuple winners. It's absolutely an insane season for them. But again, this is 2034. So we're 10 years in. We'll see how it works for our three teams in 2024. But our three teams are going to be, as usual, Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town. Now, I will say there's no description in this whatsoever. There is a question, however. Do you use any opposition instructions? They answer back with, yes, mate, mark the wide players, tackle hard middle. And that is it. So, with all that said, let's check out our Premier League teams and see how they did. Well, 10 years in the past, Liverpool with 95 points is pretty nice. 99 goals. I kind of would have hoped for a few more goals with that amount of points, but Aston Villa in fourth with 81 points, a little bit higher than average. 79 goals is about average, but overall it seems to be working so far. Well, domestically, Liverpool wins the Carabao Cup final against Arsenal 4-0, an absolute thrashing. Unfortunately, after beating Ipswich 6-1, they lose out in the fifth round of the FA Cup to Leicester 1-2. However, they get another trophy, AC Milan 5-1 in the Europa League final. That is an absolute smashing right there. So a three-trophy season is pretty nice, I've got to admit. Unfortunately, the FA Cup is pretty much abysmal, but overall, Carabao Cup, Europa League, Premier League, I'll take it. Squad-wise, not as many green as I would have hoped, but you get appearances with Van Dijk, of course. Goals, 25 for Nunez, 22 for Salah. Assists, 17 for Salah and Szoboszlai, and then average rating, 7-4-0 for Salah. As we switch to Aston Villa, unfortunately dropped out immediately against Manchester United, 1-1 in penalties of the Carabao Cup third round. You do get to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, but Man City drop you out there at 0-2. But you have an absolutely fantastic run through the Europa Conference League, getting through West Ham 3-1 in the final, and there's your trophy. So overall, kind of an average season for Aston Villa from what we've seen. FA Cup, Carabao Cup's not the greatest. Quarterfinals not bad, but winners of the Conference League is fantastic. Fourth place is not too bad. You got Champions League next season, but overall, average points, average goals, not bad. And they have some green here too, so not too bad there whatsoever. 36 goals though for Ollie Watkins, fantastic mark there. 16 assists for John McGinn, 13 for Diaby, and then average rating Ollie Watkins with a 7.28. Liverpool's data hub through the roof attacking. Very well done. Very well done on the defensive side as well. Tackling percentage is a little down. But goals per game, 2.61, not too bad. 0.74 conceded and XG against 0.9. And plus 50 clear-cut chances, one every 55 minutes. Aston Villa showing some attacking sides too. They just need those goals. But goals per game, 2.08, 1.11 conceded per game, and 1.05 XG against. And of course, a plus 62 clear-cut chances, one every 49 minutes. Premier League stats, Liverpool in first with 2.5 points per game, Aston Villa in fourth with 2.13. Most goals, Liverpool with 99, Aston Villa in third with 79. Few shots against, Liverpool tied for second with 262, Aston Villa with 322. Most possession, Liverpool with 54%. Most dribbles made, Liverpool in third with 728, Aston Villa with 666. Most tackles won, Aston Villa do make the list in sixth with 905, and most shots for Liverpool in first with 611, Aston Villa with 584. But now, last time out, we finally saw Ipswich getting back to the top of the league. How did they do this time? Fourth place. They're back down in there. 92 points is not too bad, but 76 goals, we've definitely seen higher. Carabao Cup third round is where they lose out in penalties to Brentford, and we already know 6-1 absolute crushing by Liverpool in the FA Cup fourth round. So competition-wise, not the greatest we've seen from Ipswich. Norwich versus Leicester in the final, so they didn't even get to the final. They lost out in the semifinals. That's an unfortunate mark. Carabao Cup, FA Cup, whatever. And they got one in the green. That is definitely not a good season. 17 goals up for Luongo. Hurst with 15, he's at least got some. 9 assists for Harry Clark. That's it. No double digits whatsoever. And Nathan Broadhead with the only 7+ rating. Championship stats: Ipswich with 1.92 points per game, most goals in 7th with 79, fewest shots against in 2nd with 366, most dribbles made in 3rd with 881, most tackles won again in there with 4th, 1087, and most shots for in 3rd with 613. Let's jump in and take a look at the tactic itself. We start out with a sweeper keeper in support, an inverted wingback in support on the left, a complete wingback on support on the right, a central defender as a stopper, a ball-playing defender on cover, a deep-line playmaker in support, a Mazzala in attack, an advanced playmaker in attack, wingers on the left and the right in support, and a complete forward in support up front. And it looks like these wingers do have different instructions, so keep that in mind. Attacking mentality: in possession, attacking width is fairly wide, approach plays pass into space, play out of defense, passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher, low crosses and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute to the fullbacks, and then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press more often, and get stuck in. But now overall, how did it do for these three teams? I mean, Ipswich Town finding themselves back into the playoff hunt, and as usual, they failed to get out of it. 92 points is not a great mark for them. We've seen them with a lot higher. We've seen them with a lot higher goals as well. 76 is pretty low. Now, just remember, as we hit Liverpool and Aston Villa as well, I mean, Liverpool getting 95 points, fantastic. We're not doing the instructions that the creator wanted us to do. We're not doing the changes during a match that we would normally do. This is just a holiday sim throughout the entire season, as I usually do. But if you got into this, you could do a much better job getting all those little things through a match, through training, through transfer season. You could do a lot better of a job and you take control of this yourself. So 95 points, you got 3 losses that you can work with, 5 draws that you can bring up a bit. Aston Villa with 81 points, 79 goals, might be able to bring that up a bit as well. Ipswich Town, yeah, they could use a little bit of the boost. But take control of it, see what happens with you, and let us know in the comments below. But that is it for me, Sefin FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.